If you're in for a chat, welcome. We've realized that we don't have the luxury of time anymore, or at least for the time being. And it's such a shame because we're getting so many amazing messages in Balcatinos, which are opportunities to connect. And they're not like really, those silly questions like, where can I eat the best pita, or nice places to visit in Bosnia. There's questions like from people who live abroad. So in my case, I don't live in my home country. People who are from Bosnia are from the Balkans, and they like to connect, seeing my perspective living here. Loads of partners of Balkan people trying their best to have to play the best role they can in this mixed culture life. And I feel like we're missing out on a lot of human connection, which nowadays is lacking and much needed. Life happens, we have our routine, we have our life, and in the back of my head is always that opportunity that we are missing out on to connect with you and for you guys to connect with each other. So no more waiting, no more editing, all this crazy editing, when in the end what you need is this: answers, experiences, anecdotes. And it's not like I have all the answers how to have a great mixed culture relationship, or how to succeed in a life here in Bosnia or in the Balkans, because I do not have them. But I am proof that by speaking out, sharing, connecting, I am proof and you are proof that that has helped. So here I am, and welcome. I do want to share that I've been doing a lot of introspection. Let me know if you can relate to what I'm going to say, and I think you will, because again, lots of you are living far away from your loved ones. So Vera, our daughter, or little Valcatinita, she turned 3 years old 2 weeks ago, and it's insane to see how fast life is going, and children are, the proof. Like you're witnessing someone's life. It's crazy because I was pregnant here, I delivered here, she was born here in Banja Luka. I had planned for my mom to be here during that time, and it was just insanely amazing to have my mother when I became a mother. Now, when Vera turned 3, I have to say that it hit me really hard because it's the first birthday that no one from my family is present, and that hurt so much in such a level. And I'm still like trying to recover from it, because the first birthday was celebrated here, and it was also with the Krishtenja, with baptism, and that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing here. It's something we talked about with Jovan, with my husband, way before even getting pregnant, So that was kind of settled, but it was very intense nevertheless. And the agreement was that her second birthday would be in Argentina, which it was. She turned 2 in Argentina with my family, and it was priceless. One of the most precious moments. Now the third birthday came, and although God bless, she had a wonderful time because we celebrated her birthday the whole week. She had 3 cakes, like 3 different days. It was great. So I'm more than happy for that. She has a great memory of her third birthday, but it was very intense, emotional, mentally draining again, because man, how can people spend so much money on a birthday? It's not like I had kids around my life, because I lived in Dubai for 10 years and I didn't have people around with kids. So maybe I lost touch. Sure, I am here for almost 5 years and I've gone to many birthdays because we have so many cousins. But I know that celebration here in the Balkans, it's I wouldn't take it as a standard, because here celebrations are crazy big. But I don't know, I don't want to fall into that trend of having a cool aesthetic social media birthday for a child, So I have to admit that it was really mentally draining from that perspective. Whether you want it or not, like whether I want to admit it or not, we do somehow always try to please the standards here, just because you don't want to piss off family. And that's another episode or another talk. So like I think we were planning this birthday for a couple of weeks. We came up with various ideas, but then it came like the amount of guests, and I thought to myself, like, this is insane. Like, a child's birthday can't have 60, 70 guests, and only 10 of those are children. I'm sorry. I know this is very taboo. I'm going to say it. And this is where the mixed cultural tolerance understanding comes into place. But, we were going back and forward, like, what would be the best way to celebrate her birthday, but for the guest. And, we were going back to zero, kind of like, no, man, this is Vera's birthday. So luckily we were both on the same page, but again, at the same time, you want to please everyone around you. Man, oh man. So the thing is that Jovan has a new job and his schedule wouldn't allow him to celebrate the birthday like we wanted to. So yeah, in the end, we wanted to do it over the weekend in the cello in the village, but then it was raining, so we kind of canceled the thing. And Stada Serrati, maybe we will plan it better next year. It's just like one of those dates that I have to prepare myself for, because I know it's going to drain me mentally and emotionally, because at the end of the day, I just want to celebrate my daughter. But there's so many things to take, into consideration for this date. And the thing is, I don't know if it's all these cultural shocks again, which I still have them. And I think also that's why I want to have this raw conversation with you, because the messages that I get are kind of like, help me, how do you do it? Because I can't tolerate this tradition, or I'm having a hard time communicating this and that. It is tough sometimes, but I think it's about knowing yourself and having like these communication tools or knowledge to express yourself and to know like your limits. And now I'm talking very generally, but what I just mentioned really come into play in situations like this, when we have celebrations and we are no longer the guest, we are the actual hosts. So in this case, the host of our daughter's birthday. And it's like, man, I cannot, that's where the limit comes, that's when I have to say, okay, wait, I'm cool with some things. I'm cool with having 50, 60, 70 guests and none of them being from the side of my family. Cool. I'm cool to like do it here or do it there, but when some things don't make sense to me and I'm going to be unhappy with myself, that's when we have the deep conversations with Jovan. And when tolerance and understanding and compromise comes, that feels okay, because I'm okay, he's okay, and Vera is okay. So if there's something I can share with you, if you have similar situations, is your family, like your family is your world. And that's really what matters. Open, healthy communication you have, where you feel heard, not always understood, but you feel heard and there's some compromise with the decisions. Going back to this one particular experience, it's a trigger constantly for me to remember that I'm not from here, to remember that every day I choose to live a life where things are not familiar to me yet, and I don't think they will completely be. And let me be honest with you, when I go back to Argentina or when I spend time with my family or other Argentinians, I do get that reverse cultural shock, because I'm already used to so many things from the Balkans. So it's like, maybe you will feel it as well, and if you do, let me know, because I know I'm not crazy. It's just the situation, you're just caught in between. most of the time that's cool because your perspective is so wide. But when you have some triggers and maybe accumulation of emotions, like I did, because that week I went to get my driver's license, which I'm going to tell you about. And also I went to close my bank account. I went to withdraw my money from the bank account and they refused to give it to me. So I had all these situations that were accumulating some frustration in me. And this one related to Vera's birthday really touched me deeply. So I thought to myself, we all need to calm down, focus on what's important, pack your bags, and go traveling. So that's what we're doing every weekend. Yeah, we're traveling every weekend and just trying to get away. So yes, please leave anything in the comments that resonates with you. Tell me if you've had this situation, whether you're from the Balkans or whether you are married with someone. Do you have to compromise sometimes? Does that work for you? Or do you feel like you're still giving too much of yourself, or the other way around? Again, I want this to be the space where we can help each other, because it's not impossible, and we chose this life because it's nice, it's amazing, it's fun, it's crazy, and it keeps us alive. But I think that by hearing from each other, we can get by and not feel alone, you know? Don't feel like you're crazy. Lots of people are feeling like this. Thank you. Thank you for the patience, for being here, for being so open, so kind. And this is the kind of people we need more of in this world. Gracias. Vidimos se.